was just apparently just the sweetest guy growing up in Brooklyn. Obviously grew up very poor, but just had the sweetest disposition, would do anything for anybody. And you know, the sky was just the limit for this guy. He and Connie Hawkins were really looked upon as the two best high school players in the country coming out in 1960. And then, of course, you know, when the scandal erupts over fixing games, and you know, Roger was never found to have fixed a game or even introduced anybody who fixed a game.
Picture Mr. Brown, far from home, a young man in a racially segregated town during a period fraught with racial tensions and great power differentials. It literally makes the heart ache to consider how alone he must have felt, indeed, how alone he must have been. His dreams of a college degree and a pro basketball career both dashed.
He was devastated because he really wanted to come back to UD and play ball.
Even though he did resurface and become a star again, he still lost most of what were probably the best years. And more important, I think he lost some of his soul. He lost some of his dignity. He lost some of that sweet disposition.
And he certainly passed way too soon for all of us. But I never forgot him. So he still lives in Dayton, and he still lives in our hearts and in our minds. And now it'll be even more visible to think about him in a positive way through this wonderful, wonderful project.
Mr. Roger Brown, one of the greatest basketball players ever to attend UD. Kind and gentle and thoughtful, still highly regarded in the Dayton community 22 years after his death, has been invisible at the University of Dayton. That is neither right nor just. So today, in the presence of Roger Brown's family, as well as friends, teammates, and contemporaries, and with an eye toward justice, we humbly yet proudly establish the Roger Brown Residency in Social Justice, Writing, and Sport, intended to be a lasting testament to Mr. Brown's tenacity, excellence, grace, and commitment to doing what is right. This is long overdue and is intended to begin to make things right with the family, friends, and legacy of Roger Brown.
There seems to be a lot of sadness around his life about what happened, but this is a very triumphant moment. And I think hopefully that we all can start to wipe away some of the tears that always seem to be gushing around his life.
And now they will be using his example in a positive way. I really do have to think he'd be smiling. I can tell you there's just a glow in everybody's eye right now.
This is really great. Yeah, I can see him smiling now.
Oh, I think he would be extremely pleased and happy and be beaming at the possibility of what this does, because it really goes beyond just recognition. In a situation like this where you honor an athlete, but you do it in a positive way that's going to add knowledge and wisdom and understanding to the community and to students, but also address social concerns.
This establishes dialogue, not only in sports, but also in the community and throughout the society as a whole.
The lessons learned are what's important, and there's probably no better way to do that than through students that, you know, retain that information and go on to share that, you know, on for many years. So it seems like it has a more lasting impact.
This exceeded all of our expectation, an outstanding educational experience that's going to last forever.
It's 50 years in the making, from my father's journey from Brooklyn to the University of Dayton and on to the Indiana Pacers and a Hall of Fame career. This is like the final step in his Hall of Fame career.
It's a wonderful comeback story, and it's also a wonderful lesson for students. That's the gift that he has given us all, and I'm very proud to be here as the first Roger Brown Writer in Residence.